It was a cold, foggy evening when Alex first heard the whispers. They came faintly, carried by the chilling breeze that snaked through the narrow streets of Raven Hollow, a small, forgotten town nestled between a forest and a desolate coastline. Alex had recently moved into his late uncle's house, an old, creaky mansion at the edge of the woods. The house was said to be cursed, its previous owners either disappearing or meeting tragic fates. But Alex didn't believe in such superstitions. He was a journalist, and Raven Hollow's dark history was the perfect backdrop for his next big story. That night, as he sat in the dimly lit study poring over his uncle's journals, the whispers returned. This time, they were clearer, coming from the direction of the forest. Intrigued, Alex grabbed a flashlight and followed the sound. The deeper he ventured into the woods, the louder the whispers became, forming words that chilled him to his core.
Turn back. You don't belong here.
Alex stumbled upon a clearing, where he found an old, abandoned well. The whispers stopped as abruptly as they had started. Curious, he peered into the well but could see nothing but darkness. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind extinguished his flashlight, plunging him into blackness. As his eyes adjusted, he noticed faint carvings on the stones around the well. They looked like symbols, a language he couldn't understand. Determined to uncover the mystery, Alex returned to the mansion and spent hours researching the symbols in his uncle's library. His search led him to an old tome that described a local legend about the Whispering Shadows. According to the book, the well was a gateway to another realm, and the shadows were guardians, preventing something, or someone, from escaping. The next day, Alex decided to investigate further. He met with Mrs. Carter, an elderly woman who had lived in Raven Hollow her entire life. Her hands trembled as she recounted the story of her childhood friend, Samuel, who had disappeared near the well decades ago.
They said he fell in.
She whispered.
But I know better. I heard the whispers that night too. They warned us to stay away.
Ignoring Mrs. Carter's warnings, Alex returned to the well at midnight. He brought a rope and a camera, determined to document whatever was inside. As he descended into the well, the air grew colder, and the whispers returned, louder and more frantic than before. At the bottom, Alex found a small chamber. The walls were covered in the same symbols he had seen before, glowing faintly. In the center of the chamber lay a wooden box, intricately carved and emanating a strange energy. Against his better judgment, Alex opened the box. Inside was a mirror, its surface rippling like water. As Alex stared into the mirror, his reflection began to change. It smiled back at him, a sinister, unnatural grin. The whispers turned into screams, and the chamber shook violently. Before he could react, the reflection lunged out of the mirror, pulling Alex inside. The next morning, villagers found Alex's rope hanging from the well, but there was no sign of him. In the weeks that followed, strange occurrences began in Raven Hollow. People reported seeing a figure resembling Alex wandering the streets, his eyes glowing faintly in the dark. Back at the mansion, Alex's journal lay open on the desk, the last entry scrawled hastily. The shadows are not the danger. It's what they're keeping locked away. If you're reading this, it's already too late.